Anthony Douglas here, the owner of Monday Night Raw with Jack Lubash. Triple H is now going to lead by example, and Sami Zayn did not come out in the attire I set up for him, so that's freaking great. Whatever. Triple H coming out, taking on RVD. Jack, your thoughts thus far?
Oh, this is, of course, the third show of Raw since you've taken over ownership. For those that don't know, I'm the owner of Ground Zero. Built that from the ground up. And now here we are, our third show of Raw's War. Triple H starting things off, the leader of Evolution, with the newest member, Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I put him in a suit, but apparently he didn't want to wear a suit out to the ring, so that happens.
Well, he's still young. He's still learning. Maybe he's not even an official member of Evolution yet.
I think he's defying Triple H by not wearing that suit. You know it's dress code in the WWE to wear a suit. At least when you're coming out to the ring, you should. But no.
Nonetheless, here is Triple H's opponent, Rob Van Dam, an ECW original.
Like I said, Triple H wants easy pickings against Rob Van Dam, and I think this will be an easy match for Triple H. Triple H, leader of Evolution. His team did not get it done last week. Let's say that.
Yeah, Evolution definitely not looking good. Of course, playing mind games, coming out on my show, Ground Zero, but Raw's Batista coming out with Ground Zero's Randy Orton, the only Evolution member that's on Ground Zero, my show, but Batista challenging, it looked like, my Intercontinental Champion, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, there's still more to be told about that story with Batista and Randy Orton. Have you spoke with Randy Orton at all? Because I want to know, is he a part of the Raw brand or not?
I have not spoken to Randy Orton, but I can assure you that Randy Orton is not a part of the Raw is War roster.
So contractually obligated.
He is
Ground Zero.
Officially exclusive to Ground Zero.
So would that mean that if he does appear on Raw's War, it's a breach of contract, or?
He can go wherever he wants. He just cannot compete on Raw is War. If he wants to come out, sit in the front row, he can do that. If he wants to be over the barricade, well, I mean, Ground Zero, Raw's War are all property of WWE, so he can technically be ringside. If he wants to get in the ring, he can. He just cannot touch anybody.
Okay.
And compete. Vice versa goes for the guys that are on Raw. They can't come over to my show and compete on there, but they can do whatever they want.
Unless it's one of those joint pay-per-views like Purgatory.
Absolutely.
Where anything is possible.
Purgatory is my baby. I came up with that one. It'll be interesting to see what you come up with for the following pay-per-view.
Yes, it's going to be cool. I want to let you guys know, first and foremost, one of the big matches, John Cena, Daniel Bryan for that World Heavyweight Championship Raw brand. Also, we're finally going to settle it once and for all. See who's the better submission wrestler. We know that Corey Graves has a victory with that Lucky 13. William Regal has a victory with the Regal Stretch. And we're going to have a submission match at the Purgatory. William Regal, Corey Graves, one-on-one, no shenanigans.
Can I just say something here? I mean, we're free to say what we want here, right?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, we're everything's all set now with our shows. You're having your third show. Ground Zero is going to be having their third show this Wednesday. I just have to say this, that these past couple weeks sitting here on Raw's War next to you, calling the action.
Right, being play-by-play like
yes, we were. I can honestly say now, and I'm safe saying this, my job is not on the line. It pains me to sit here on Monday nights and call action for this show that you've put together.
You're telling me Triple H and RVD's not a 5-star sports entertainment
Oh yeah,
match?
that would have been great back in the beginning, like 2001, 2002, but 2014, come on. I mean, I've had to sit here, I've had to keep my mouth shut and I've had to smile and call the action and say, oh, this is great, blah, blah, blah. But the truth of the matter is, the only brand I care for that's going to make me money is Ground Zero. And this is just, I have to, I'm by contract, I have to sit here and call this action with you every week for your show and vice versa. But, you know, I'm going to tell you this right now. I do not have, I can't stand this brand. I can't stand your roster.
If you are as smart as you want to claim yourself to be as a smart commentator or a smark or whatever, I'm going to throw on words to say, you would realize that Triple H is leading by example, and eventually we'll see Sami Zayn and RVD, a match that I say is worth 5 stars. But you know what? Each man has their own opinion. Maybe if you want to put a bunny in a suit and go out there and wrestle, you can do that on your brand. But this is how I run things on my brand, and I want good wrestling. And Triple H RVD is a main event caliber match.
A guy in a bunny suit? I don't have a guy in a bunny suit. I have, if you look at the ratings the past couple of weeks have proven that Ground Zero is the superior brand. And let me tell you this, Raw has been around for a while. Ground Zero has been around for 2 weeks, going on 3 weeks. And look at it. It's, yeah, I have a champion in Hulk Hogan. I didn't plan for that to happen. I thought my plan with Hogan.
Sorry to interrupt you, but Triple H is going to bury RVD here and Sami Zayn.
Well, I would hope so.
There you go, leading by example.
What,
Triple H.
RVD's like what, 55, 60 years old? I'd hope Triple H can beat him.
The King of Kings, Triple H, victorious here on Raw is War. A main event match starting off the show, 5 stars right there, but RVD not able to get the victory.
I will give it to Triple H. He did take it to RVD. He proved himself to be the leader of Evolution with the student Sami Zayn ringside.
Let me just say this to you. Why would Randy Orton want to come over to Raw if Ground Zero is such a great show? Let me just say that. He's hanging out with his Evolution buddies because Evolution is a mystery.
Maybe, just maybe, he was sent over here to talk to his Evolution buddies to try to get them to come over to Ground Zero, because look who was there last week, Batista.
Well, Triple H victorious here. 1 win in the column for Evolution. Again, Triple H leading by example here on Raw's War. Sami Zayn in his corner. We're going to switch gears here, though, before my colleague wants to throw stones at my show. We have Jey Uso versus Luke Harper, and we know that the Usos and the Wyatts are going at it for the tag team championship this Sunday.
These 2 teams right here are 2 prime examples of great athletes you do have. And don't get me wrong, Anthony, I'm not dissing your whole show, your whole roster, but I'm just telling you right now that the premier brand is Ground Zero.
Ausa hoy, Ausa hoy. I love this. I wish I could be out there doing that dance.
And you notice only one of them wearing their tag team belt.
Oh, you know, he's got to wrestle. He's leaving it in the back. I don't know.
These 2, just like their songs say, may be on top. Right now, they're on top of the tag team division, as they are the champions.
Which Monday Night Raw is the premier place if you want to see tag team wrestling.
Hey,
which I'm a huge fan of tag team wrestling. So
you can have the tag team belts. I don't believe in having a tag team titles when there really aren't that many original tag teams out there. Yes, the Uso brothers are original. Luke and Rowan, they're original, but this is a cutthroat world of wrestling, and that's what I want. I want to concentrate on the one-on-one singles competitors out there to see who's the best of the best. That doesn't need anybody in their corner.
Oh, and here they come, the Wyatts. Always playing those mind games. You never know where they're going to be.
It is very eerie to be sitting here in the arena when these guys come out. And what's with the sheep mask? Do we ever find out what the deal is with the sheep?
I go ask him yourself. I'd love for you to do that. Go up there and ask him.
I have no desire to do that myself.
And there you go. The fans eating this one up. The fans love the Wyatts, even though they're sort of bad guys, I guess we want to call them. But the fans love it. They love the light show, and
they could be new tag team champions too.
Definitely getting those mind games in, though. I'll tell you that works to their advantage.
I would love to see these 2 as the tag team champions in your Raw brand.
And the lights are back on, and the crowd is silent, waiting to find out what Luke Harper is going to do. He takes on Jey Uso tonight.
And do you think the two outside participants that aren't in this match, do you think they're going to be factors in this match, or do you think the two competitors are going to go at it alone?
I don't know. It's tag team wrestling. You get each other's back, so it'll be interesting to see if they're going to let this one play out. Also want to let you know, Bray Wyatt, also part of the Wyatt family, has a number one contendership match tonight to try and win back his television title.
So Bray Wyatt is the television champion.
He is the television champion. I get confused with my own show. I was saying Jericho, excuse me, has a number one contender shot against Bo Dallas, right? Isn't that the match?
That is correct. Jericho, another superstar from 1998.
Well, that's what happens when you get Hollywood writers writing for Raw is War, which I pay them well, but you know what? Freddie Prinze Jr. may be a little outdated. I did have to hire him, though, because of his credibility. Here we go, Luke Harper. Hopefully is able to secure a victory. Winning those tag team championships would be big for the Wyatt family.
Oh, that'd be huge. They'd have all the belts except the big one in the Wyatt family if that happens.
What is your personal opinion on the Wyatts as a whole team?
The Wyatts are probably and could most definitely be the most powerful, dangerous group in all of wrestling history. I mean, they haven't been here for that long of a time, but yet look at the following that they have. These fans, they love them for some reason. I mean, their entrance alone, all the lights that they have, they sing all the time with them. I mean, they believe in Bray as being a leader, and Bray is well on his way to becoming not only the leader of that locker room, but the leader of all of wrestling. I mean, I commend you by having the Wyatt family on your show. They are what wrestling is all about, and they know how to get the job done.
Let me ask you this question about the Wyatts. How does that stay in his pocket? I want to know. He wrestles the whole match and never falls out.
Yeah. Who knows?
Is that Wyatt family magic?
I mean, it doesn't look like he's showered in years, so it could be filth and scum that it's sticking to his body to. But nonetheless, looks like Luke Harper is definitely in control of this match.
Big elbow drop by Luke Harper. Keeping Jey Uso on the ground. Does not want Jey to fly in the air because that's when he's at his best, when he's in the air.
Of course, the Usos are the son of legendary Rikishi.
Related to the Samoan family, which there's a lot of Samoans out there.
There are.
And you have Roman Reigns also. Same family, I'm assuming. They're all just one big happy family.
Well, I'm very wondering why Bray Wyatt is never in their corner when they come out.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't need to do that. Why would he be out there? He's got the television title. He's got to focus on that. And that's what he's doing, is focusing on that television title. So,
tonight we find out who his opponent's going to be at Purgatory.
There's a lot of tough love in this in the WWE as a whole. As you know, with the Straight Edge Society, CM Punk,
Straight Edge Society, which I brought back.
Right.
I had a lot of conversations with CM Punk when I signed him to Ground Zero, and one of his things was that he said he didn't want to be underused. He wanted to be used the best of his ability. And I flat out told him that he was best when he was the leader of the Straight Edge Society. I myself am straight edge, and I believe in the cause, so I told him that I'd let him create his own Straight Edge Society. And the two people that he told me he wanted to convert and bring over to the Straight Edge Society were Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd. And of course, his beautiful wife, AJ.
I don't have much to say about the Straight Edge Society. They have a lifestyle I will never understand. Not saying it's a bad lifestyle. It's just different than what I believe in. But Punk,
what does that mean? I mean, well, I'm straight edge.
Let me just say that CM Punk is not the nicest guy.
He doesn't have to be.
His motives of I'm straight edge, I'm better than you. I don't know that I agree with that.
Why does he have to be a nice guy?
I mean, I'm not better than anybody else because I drink, and Luke Harper gets the victory. I'm not saying you're better or worse for drinking or not drinking. I'm just saying his attitude, maybe not the best.
And look at where it's gotten him. He's done a lot. But let's talk about what just happened here. Luke Harper just defeated the Usos once again.
Jay going down to Luke Harper. And title match this Sunday at Purgatory. So, boom, big clothesline.
Technically, the Wyatts are 2-0 against the Usos.
And there's no way you're going to kick out of that. That could have been a 30. Once he hits that, it's done.
We're going to have new tag team champions after this Sunday. I can guarantee it. I mean, I don't think you need to have a tag team division because I don't think anybody's going to be able to beat these two guys.
And like you said, there was... You were wondering if there was going to be any interference, involvement. There was no involvement from either team, letting them finish it out in the ring.
There wasn't, which is surprising. But here we go. The #1 contenders match that you were talking about, Chris Jericho versus Bo Dallas. Yes. Winner going on to face Bray Wyatt at Purgatory for the TV title.
Like I said, I want to give a big shout out to Freddie Prinze Jr. for booking this one. Also telling me in the headset that the television champion was Jericho, and I don't know what he was talking about, but that's what happens when you run a global platform such as Raw's, where you have a million people doing a million things, and sometimes things don't go well.
My question to you is, we have yet to see your champion on Raw's War, John Cena. Finally, tonight, he's going to make an appearance. Where has he been?
I told you, John Cena is filming 12 Rounds 12, Part 12, 24, 36 hours of John Cena.
So what you're telling me is that your roster has a bunch of movie stars on it that don't really care that much and don't make wrestling their #1 priority?
He is doing it for the Raw brand. He is putting Raw brand on the map. Raw's War is a better show because John Cena goes out there and makes those public appearances. Maybe if your guys would go out and make public appearances, you would know why Raw is the #1 show and Monday night is the #1 night for professional wrestling.
My guys don't need to go out there and talk to the fans and go and be in movies and stuff like that.
Look at this guy, Chris Jericho. He has his own podcast, a #1 podcast, part of the Podcast One network, along with the Steve Austin Show. And we're just a global platform, and Chris Jericho running things, showing that Raw is superior to any other brand out there as well.
And that's the problem. That's the reason why wrestling has gone the direction that it has, is because you have these guys that are wrestlers, but they became sports entertainers, and now they're in movies, they're on TV shows, they have podcasts and stuff like that, and wrestling is the last thing on their list to do, whereas the guys on my brand are all about the wrestling. And if I find out that they want to go make movies, well, then I will gladly send them your way, Anthony, and they can be on the show, or they can go make movies and do whatever they want. But there's a reason why Ground Zero is in a small venue and not these huge arenas like Raw's War. It's because we want to go back to the old style of wrestling and give it the fans that up close in the ring action.
I will say, I love the wrestling aspect. But if you don't build the proper story, if you don't have the right talent in the right places, it's like booking a movie. You want to cast a movie and you cast the wrong people, it's not going to work. So that's why you have to put a global icon like John Cena as your champion, and then the puzzle pieces just fall around him, and then that's how you build a show around a huge athlete. He's more than just a wrestler. He's a celebrity. He's an icon. He's known world round, and John Cena filming that movie for me, and he's going to make us a lot of money.
Well, my champion right now is like an 80-year-old elderly man named Hulk Hogan, and that's That backfired in my face, and I can't tell you how much I've gritted my teeth ever since Hogan won the championship on my brand.
I guess if you want to talk about old school and bringing it back to the close personal days, Hulk Hogan's a great guy to put that belt on.
Well, the only reason I put Hulk Hogan on my roster was to give credibility to my brand. Hogan, yes. If it wasn't for Hogan, a lot of these guys wouldn't be here, but there needs to be a time when enough is enough and you need to hang up the boots. And I think that was 20 years ago for Hogan. I just brought him out. I put him in that main event, the triple threat main event, thinking he would not be a factor. He'd be destroyed by Lesnar and destroyed by Barrett, and it backfired in my face. And we all saw Wade Barrett last week turning on Hulk Hogan. And do you think that was coincidental? I don't.
Well, it does. Let me ask you, is Bad News Barrett going to use his rematch clause? I mean, that title's defended inside of a cell.
I have plans for that title belt at Purgatory, and I think it's one that people will not be disappointed in. And as a matter of fact, I could probably tell you what the main event of Purgatory is going to be.
Why not? Free publicity for your brand. Go ahead.
Well, we told you that we know that the main event for Raw's War is going to be John Cena versus Daniel Bryan.
Oh yeah, what an all-star match.
Well, my main event match, the main event match of the whole pay-per-view, will take place inside that cage, that cell, that Purgatory, and it's going to be for my world title, which is around the waist of Hulk Hogan right now. Hulk Hogan is going to be defending that title against Wade Barrett. And
I was gonna say 1-on-1
and Brock Lesnar.
Okay,
the man that scored a pinfall and put himself, in my eyes, into contention for that title belt, Ryback. So we're gonna have a fatal 4-way match for the title
inside the cell. Fatal 4-way. I love it. You got Bad News. Well, what about the team of Brock and Ryback? Are they? I mean, they look like a great team to me.
They're the two powerhouses on my show, and you throw Wade Barrett in there. There's no way that Hulk Hogan is walking out of that Purgatory as a champion.
How is an old man like Hulk Hogan going to wrestle inside of a cell?
He can't, and that's what I'm hoping happens.
Bo
here
Dallas.
we go.
He's looking for it.
No, I got to ask you this. I don't. Oh my God!
Giant DDT on the apron. That's the hardest part of the ring.
I don't mean to take away from your match that's going on right here. So let me ask you this question: who would you rather see go take on Bray Wyatt?
I want to see brother versus brother, Bray and Bo. That's what I want to see.
Oh, do you think Bo can do it? Do you believe in him enough that he can do this?
I'm hoping so. He's looking good right now, but
why did you put him in a match? What was it about Bo that gives him the right to be in a #1 contenders match for the television title?
You just have to believe, and I like his philosophy on life, so I believe. I'm a believer. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I believe in this guy.
Well, right now it looks like you need to believe in him, believe in him a lot more than you do, because now it seems like Jericho, things are going his way, even after that DDT on the ring apron, which I can tell you right now, that ring apron does not feel good.
I know Chris Jericho, a former television champion, wanted to be a fighting champion, lost it to Bray Wyatt. Would love to get that rematch, but fortunately, you don't just get a rematch right away. You have to earn it back.
Well, I'm surprised we haven't seen Bray Wyatt come out here for this match, but I think he wants to.
Can you be surprised about that? Bray Wyatt does whatever Bray Wyatt wants to. I mean, he's probably somewhere. Oh, Walls of Jericho. This is going to be it. I was going to say, Bray Wyatt's probably watching somewhere in the back. He's probably in the rafters. He's probably under the ring. I don't even know where he's at.
I don't know if Bo can make it to the ropes. The ref's kind of in his way.
As long as you believe, you can get to the ropes.
Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Is he going to start tapping?
Oh, he got out. Oh. He got out of it. Jericho winded from that as well.
Well, probably. He has to have a stinger from that DDT. I mean, that had to do some damage.
Oh, yeah, that's a concussion right there. Bo Dallas, Bo Dazzler, that might be it. I've seen him win that way. And he secures the victory.
Brother
over Chris
versus
Jericho.
brother at Purgatory.
Chris Jericho, thanks for coming. Television champion, no longer in your sights. We know it's going to be Bo Dallas, Bray Wyatt, one-on-one.
I'm wondering if Jericho suffered a concussion there, because all that adrenaline with the walls that Jericho applied, he once he released that hold, I don't think he fully had it locked on. But once he released it, he was kind of holding his head, and there you see.
No, he had to get a stinger, some sort of mild concussion. That didn't look good at all.
I'm going to tell you this. We're going to see Bo Dallas versus Bray Wyatt, which... for those of you that don't know, they're brothers, and
they couldn't be farther apart.
They couldn't be. I mean,
oh, brother.
Well, I'll tell you this: that is gonna be a very interesting match, and I can't wait to see it this Sunday. Well, we're 3 matches down, 2 to go. What do we have next, Anthony?
We have a powerhouse of a match. Sheamus has been quiet since coming under Raw's War. But Roman Reigns, Sheamus. This is going to be a fight. That's what I like about these guys. Is it's going to be a bare knuckle a brawl. These are some of the 2 of the biggest brawlers in the company.
Well, Roman Reigns, of course, he's 1-1. He of course, lost to Daniel Bryan on the first episode a couple of weeks ago, the number 1 contenders match. And then last week, getting a huge win. Now, can he go this week? And this would be the biggest win that he could probably have in his career out of his whole career.
Yeah, and he is flying solo since his buddies, the Insiders, I guess we're calling them now, are over on Ground Zero.
You know, I left Roman Reigns unpicked for a reason, because I felt that he needed to be on his own. The Shield, they were well on their way to the top, but I felt that Roman Reigns needed to break away from him. So you're welcome, Anthony.
What do you have? Is there some sort of strategy? I mean, either side of this, is there? I mean, they're pretty much similar in size and strength and power. I don't know. Who do you give the advantage to?
Well, if you're going to go with experience advantage, that's going to go to Sheamus. He's been around a lot longer than Roman Reigns has, but Roman Reigns is young. He's hungry, and he'll do anything. I guarantee you it eats at him knowing that it's Daniel Bryan that's going to be going up against John Cena. I guarantee you that Roman Reigns would love to be the one that tries to dethrone John Cena as a champion. I mean, you could very well easily say, I mean, Sheamus is a former champion himself, so by beating Sheamus here tonight, he's putting his name into contention for that title.
Right. I bet it seems like a test for Roman Reigns, right? Can he beat a former champion? Can he get back to the top? Can he go up against, if John Cena is still champion, could he go up against him? I mean, it's a test right now against Sheamus. Like you said, Sheamus, a former WWE champion and a former World Heavyweight champion. So,
Roman Reigns, I think he would look great having that title around his waist. And I have to ask you this. I mean, you said you want John Cena as your champion because he's Hollywood and all this stuff and yada, yada, yada. He's champion for all the wrong reasons. But who there's got to have been that one guy when you picked him for your roster that you felt he was going to be the threat to take that belt away from John Cena. Who would that be?
It's got to go back to my number 1 pick, Sami Zayn. I didn't pick the guy who is doing all the big plays. I didn't pick the guy who's doing all the home runs, if you want to go like a baseball analogy, or scoring that touchdown right now. I picked a guy that will do that in, say, maybe 3 years or 2 to 3 years. You know, you pick a guy that's going to be there for the long haul, and Sami Zayn's that guy. And I still see once Cena steps down, dare I say, Sami Zayn the next John Cena.
Well, I think you're dreaming. I mean, why would you pick a guy that is going to be impressive 3 years from now? Why wouldn't you want somebody that's going to be impressive tomorrow? That's going to take down.
I have those guys. I have that John Cena in place. He's in place until
his time.
Sami Zayn gets the training from Triple H, Batista, Ric Flair, Evolution. He can learn from a main eventer. You know, look at Triple H. He's running the company pretty much right now with Stephanie McMahon. Why not put Sami Zayn with him, learn, and then make him the best he can be? I know Sami Zayn's great on his own, but think about the training from multi-world champions. You got Ric Flair, speaks for itself. Batista speaks for himself, and then Triple H. I mean, he's gonna be a huge star someday.
Well, Sami Zayn's not off to a great start. I mean, he lost his match last week with Triple H in his corner. I mean, how many more losses? Don't you think that you'd want your debut match to be a win?
Like I said, he's still young. He's hungry. He got a little excited, but
he's got to go against guys like these. I mean, Sheamus and Roman Reigns. I mean, if he was in the ring with them, I hate to say it, but I think he would be being dominated in that ring. I think the match would have been over by now.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen.
You need one of these guys as your champion. John Cena, like his theme song says, the time is up. I mean, it's not cool. The only reason that Cena is still around and has been champion for as long as he has been is because he does what he just did. He takes time off to go make movies.
That'll be interesting.
That's not a fighting champion.
He's got Daniel Bryan this Sunday, so your dream may come true, and we might see a new champion.
I know we're supposed to be unbiased, but I hope to hell Daniel Bryan, that goat-faced freak, I hope to hell he beats John Cena.
Oh, we'll see. Anything can happen when you get to Purgatory, because those two are also going to be inside the cell. As you know, we have both title matches are defended inside the cell.
Oh, that was an impressive move. Well, and I can promise you this, there is going to be blood.
Superman punch, that is it. Thanks for coming, Sheamus. No, Sheamus kicking out at 2. I thought that was it. It was locked, cocked, and unloaded that Superman punch, and now he hits a flying clothesline. Uh-oh.
I'll tell you what, this is great action right here.
He's setting him up for the spear. This might be it. Thanks for coming, Sheamus, but you're done. And you're talking about debuts that aren't very impressive. Well, Sheamus going on Monday Night Raw, losing. No!
He is not done. And I was going to make point of that.
Oh, no.
Roman Reigns took too much time flaunting to the crowd.
He might just want to stretch. I don't know. Now he's just toying with him.
And that could have been a mistake on Roman Reigns' part.
Oh, going to the top, not usually a high flyer. But he's got that Samoan family, just like
there's an elbow drop. That's rare from Roman Reigns.
Oh, and drop kick again. He does not look like he's in a good shape right now. Sheamus is in a bad place. Dropping him down again, just trying to stretch him out, trying to make him submit. Maybe
is he trying to like show off or something? I mean, this isn't an opponent that you want to mess around with and show off. I mean, get the job done. Get in, get out.
I guess if you have the power of Roman Reigns going up against the power of Sheamus, you want to show that you're the more dominant superstar.
Sheamus not looking good. I mean, he's been out of the ring for a while, and
no, he must have got knocked loopy on that Superman punch. And Sheamus,
there it is.
That's it.
There's no way he's kicking out of this one.
That's it.
It's over.
2 Superman punches and a spear. And that is it.
And Roman Reigns looking very impressive. But, you know, you don't want to take anything away from Sheamus. He gave it his all.
This does put it back in the map, though, as a possible contender for that title.
2 wins in a row, 2 weeks in a row.
Sometime in the future, but we'll see. He's a guy, I'm sure, since you love the young, up-and-coming guys, he's a guy you'd probably love to see to get in the ring against John Cena.
I'd love for him to deliver one of those Superman punches right to John Cena's jaw.
And that was it. The Superman punch KO. You're not coming back from that. Roman Reigns victorious against Sheamus here on Raw is War.
Wait a second. Wait a minute.
Did you hear that? Triple H.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Oh, Triple H clotheslining Roman Reigns.
Well,
this is pretty much the battle, the argument we've been having.
Wow.
Triple H, the old guy, wants to show the young and up and comers that it's his house.
Well, you want to talk about Roman Reigns grabbing people's attention? Well, he definitely just grabbed the attention of the leader of Evolution and also one of the owners of the WWE.
Wow. And Triple H saying, nah, he's leading by example, getting a victory and then coming out and beating up Roman Reigns.
Well, I love it. Well,
this is going to be an interesting match here, though, because you have the World Heavyweight Champion John Cena, who you like to call washed up or whatever word you would like to use, the nicest way possible. And then you have William Regal, who's been in the business for a long time as well.
Well,
teaming up against Corey Graves and Daniel Bryan.
Get ready, kids, because here comes John Cena.
I know you disagree with what John Cena stands for, but you can't deny the fact that there are a lot of kids in the crowd that have that John Cena t-shirt up.
And that's all he is.
And he never gives up.
Never gives up.
And you have to respect he's there every night.
I don't have to respect anything. And you don't tell me he's there every night. Because this is the first time on Raw. We've been on for 3 weeks now. And this is the first time he decided to show up because he was off making some movie.
John Cena does more in one day than a lot of superstars have done in their entire career. He's out there with the Make-A-Wish stuff. He's out there at the movies. He's out there doing those public appearances, making the Raw brand better.
And I don't want you to put words in my mouth. I love the fact that he's like an ambassador for Make-A-Wish. It's a great cause. I have no problems with that. But when it comes to movies and all this and having stuffed animals of yourself out there for the kids to buy, I don't get it. And it's whatever you want to call it.
I will ask you this, though. In the year 2014, did you think William Regal would be main eventing a show? I didn't think so.
I did not, but him and John Cena, I mean, they're different. They can't be compared the same way. William Regal is a fighter. He'll bare knuckle fight you in the back parking lot if you asked him to and stuff like that. He is a true man's man, and that is why he has my respect. That is why he has a lot of the fans' respect.
Well, the internet is abuzz about William Regal and Corey Graves, a young up-and-comer Corey Graves, able to get a victory with that lucky 13 submission. Regal getting a victory with the Regal stretch. I mean, that's one of the hottest internet feuds going on right now are those two. But
well, it was the shocker of the night when Corey Graves scored a victory over William Regal. I mean, listen to this crowd. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Daniel Bryan, but I've never got on the yes movement. I think he's a great athlete. I hope that he beats John Cena this Sunday, but I mean,
the crowd loves him. You can't deny that.
I can't deny it, but who would have thought that pointing your fingers in the air and raising your arms would have caught on, saying yes? Well, Corey Graves, I guarantee you he's not part of the yes movement. So it'll be interesting to see how him and Daniel Bryan get along as a tag team.
Oh, yeah. They are completely different people, different lifestyles. If you would never see these two people in the same room, let alone the same supermarket. I don't even think they would even go to the same place together. So Corey Graves, sort of a loner.
I like this guy. I like him a lot. You're talking about how you want like Sami Zayn to be the champion. I think this guy would be a perfect champion. I think he would have been a better fit in Evolution.
Well, whether or not Evolution likes him, he's flying solo, and that's the way he likes it. I don't think he wants a group. Like you always like to say, you want your main guys to be like, you don't have a tag title, so you don't people to shine on their own, and that's what he's trying to do here, is to do it all himself. Because at the end of the day, if you do it all yourself, you can say, you know what, either you succeed or you fail on your own, and you don't have to blame it on, you know, like a Batista. If a match ends with Batista not helping you out, or Ric Flair or Sami Zayn, Triple H, whatever, it's all on your own shoulders when you're flying solo.
I love the way this guy gets in the ring. He could shock the world tonight by getting a pinfall over John Cena, the champion.
Oh yeah, John Cena, Corey Graves. Let's see who's going to start this one off. Oh, John Cena and Daniel Bryan are starting this off.
Preview of this Sunday.
Big time German. As we know, John Cena loves those German suplexes. History shows with Brock Lesnar.
Well, John Cena sidestepping him, but Daniel Bryan right back to it with side suplex.
So Daniel Bryan, your #1 contender for that championship, is he going to be able to win? It's inside of a cell, and that match is actually going to kick off the show. John Cena and Daniel Bryan inside the cell. We know that blockbuster announcement you made, a fatal 4-way on Ground Zero. What are we going to see on Ground Zero then? Since we have that match as the main event of the show.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would. That's why I asked you.
Well, I will tell you this, that I guarantee you will not see Hulk Hogan defending or fighting on the show.
Okay.
Just because I want to make sure that he's at his top, because maybe he can prove to me that he still should be here, and I want to be 100% for that purgatory match. But I'll tell you this: I wouldn't be surprised if Wade Barrett, Brock Lesnar, and Ryback were all in the same ring at the same time.
All right, I see where you're going with this one. Corey Graves coming in. William Regal throwing him over his shoulder. Now we get to finally see these two at it. And look at those ropes. They're going bonanza.
I think Daniel Bryan was doing his Ultimate Warrior impression.
Yeah, he was channeling a little bit of Ultimate Warrior. As we know, he likes to shake those ropes.
And, you know, looking around, I've seen some Lucky 13 signs in the crowd. Do you think Corey Graves is kind of turning some heads with the fans and getting them on his side?
Definitely. Corey Graves is making an impact, and that's what you have to do. I mean, a world-class athlete like William Regal, being able to hold your own, and this match right here is a wrestling darling's dream match. You know, internet darling right here. You get Daniel Bryan and William Regal. These two are just great wrestlers.
They are. You know, and I'm surprised at how well Corey Graves and Daniel Bryan are getting along in this matchup, making some tags, clean tags, that is. And look at that, Regal blocks the kick. Regal, he's a veteran. I mean, he a future Hall of Famer in my eyes.
And here we go, another tag, keeping them apart. And here goes Regal going for a tag as well. Now we're going to see John Cena and Corey Graves. He might be staring at the future of the company right there. You like to think so, that Corey Graves is the next big thing out of the Raw brand. But
I think so, and you better hold on to him, because if you ever let him out of your sights, I'm going to snatch him up for Ground Zero.
We'll have to wait and see. We saw one move by Corey Graves tagging in Daniel Bryan. I guess let Daniel Bryan do all the work.
That's smart. He was on top of John Cena for that exchange, and tag out while you can. I mean, Cena can't do any damage to you when you're tagged out. So
stay fresh for the pay-per-view. That's what it's all about. William Regal and Corey Graves going to be in a submission match. It's a little bit different going into a submission match than the regular match, right?
Well, it is, and these kicks, every kick to the chest of John Cena, now one for the head. See you later, John.
Rolling him up. This might be it. 3 count. That's it. 1, 2. No. What would that mean, though, if Daniel Bryan was able to pin John Cena? Does that give him the advantage, or?
I think it does. That tells John Cena, come on, big boy, it's your turn now.
Or maybe John Cena's saving himself. You know, like I said, rest your energy. You know, you have a big Hell in a Cell purgatory match coming up. Maybe you just want to save yourself. I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this. What's your answer to the purgatory? Because your brand has the choice of what the next pay-per-view is.
I don't know. We'll have to wait. I really want to see how purgatory plays out before you decide what's going on after that. Depending on if John Cena is still your champion at the end of the night. Look at this. You want to talk about guys representing the company? We have two megastars, Hulk Hogan and John Cena, arguably like top 5 wrestlers of all time, as far as merchandise sales go. Probably with top 2. What do you think? Because you're not a Hulk Hogan fan. You're not a John Cena fan. But all the things you bash John Cena about are all the same things that Hulk Hogan represents.
Well, that was my plan. Was to exploit Hulk Hogan. He was never ever supposed to win that title. I mean, putting Hulk Hogan in a triple threat match with Brock Lesnar and Wade Barrett. Did anybody honestly think that he would be the one to walk out of there, the victor, the champion?
Not in 2014, I'll tell you that much.
Well, neither did I, and it was a fluke. I think Brock Lesnar, and I'm not going to talk to him about it because he does what he wants when he wants, but I think he brought those steel steps in the ring way too many times, and it cost him. He got those steel steps knocked back into his head, and Hogan took advantage, hit his immortal leg drop or whatever, and got the win over Barrett. So
look at this. Corey Graves and Daniel Bryan working great together. Maybe we could see these two team up sometime.
I mean, think Corey
not just
would
for
like
a one-off, but I mean, they are working well together here.
And now Regal is going to get his turn to get some kicks to the chest, and now one to the side of the head.
And the yes movement in full effect. You hear the fans chanting yes every time he delivers one of those kicks.
And Cena breaking up the count.
That's the veteran skills of John Cena, knowing Corey Graves, as you saw, was just sitting out there, just thinking Regal was gonna end it. But here we go. He's ow! I thought he was gonna put him in a surfboard, but just stretching the legs and stomping on him.
Let me ask you this. We can't forget what just happened before this. Triple H coming out at the end of Roman Reigns' match and attacking him. What kind of message do you think that Triple H was trying to send to Roman Reigns with that?
Well, look, Triple H sat back. He watched Evolution, and Evolution didn't do very good. To say that nicely, they didn't do very well. Triple H got a victory over RVD with the pedigree, and then he comes out and picks on Roman Reigns and beats him up. I mean, he's trying to make Evolution the #1 faction in professional wrestling, and there's the knee. That might be it.
Let's hope so.
1, 2, 3. That's it.
Out of nowhere.
Daniel Bryan and the yes movement and Corey Graves get the victory. Wow.
Goodness gracious. Well,
is history going to repeat itself on Sunday?
Daniel Bryan's on a hot streak, and we could be hearing this music this Sunday, and the announcement of Daniel Bryan, your new champion.
Cena breaking it up.
But that also goes to show you, look how out of nowhere how he can hit you with that knee.
And he pinned the champion, John Cena. Corey Graves letting it all go down. And there you go. Daniel Bryan and Corey Graves are your winners in this one.
And Corey Graves
extending the handshake.
Well, I think Corey Graves might like the sound of thousands of fans cheering for you.
Why not? It's fun to put your hands in the air and chant yes, and Corey Graves is having a great time on Monday Night Raw. We will join you this Wednesday for Ground Zero. Thank you guys for watching. Purgatory this Sunday. Huge match coming up. Jack Lubash, anything final words?
Get ready for the premiere show this Wednesday night.